In this presentation, we're going to continue on with the creation of our course within the Udemy platform. We're going to be moving on to the Target Your Students section here. In prior presentations, we talked about outlining the course, having the videos for the course, working that into our business model, and we've entered some of it, including the outline, into the curriculum tab down here, and also thought about our thumbnail. Now we're going to be moving up here to Target Your Students. Get ready for business. Online business. Here we are in our Udemy platform. We've created this course, the online business course, and I'm going to go into here. We've got the thumbnail now. That looks nice. So we're going to go into this section, and then we're going to be considering the next item, which will be this top tab, which is the Target Your Students tab. Target Your Students. Now notice we didn't do this in order. I went down to the curriculum first. That doesn't mean that this isn't a bad structure to think about this in the way you're going to put this together, but normally you're going to be targeting your students before you even start building the course on Udemy, or at least I would. And then once you build and outline the course, the easiest thing to start off with is the curriculum, and then I typically will use that to basically go back in and help me out with the Target Your Students course. So now I'm going to go back up here and it says, what will your students learn? Now, these are the actionable items. These are things you want to put these in. These are kind of like the pain points if you think from a marketing standpoint, or adult learners from an educational standpoint want to learn things that are applicable. And the way to say something is applicable is basically to show them what they will be able to do. So you kind of want to use those terms that are actionable terms, like you will be able to do this specific task after this point in time, rather than you'll just have this knowledge that you will have, that's kind of, people want to know exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to use it, how it's going to improve their life, especially when they're looking at a platform like Udemy. So you want to use those types of terms, specific terms they're going to learn. And then are there any course requirements? So if there are course requirements, you're going to put them here. Ours is fairly broad, fairly general for an online business. You might say, well, they need a computer and whatnot. I might say that and think that, but then I think to myself, well, they wouldn't be here if they didn't have a computer. They wouldn't be reading this thing, right? So, so for this particular course, I don't think there are. On my accounting courses, then a lot of times there's going to be some prereqs. If you're teaching something like math or something like that, you're going to say, hey, if you want to learn multiplication, you probably need some basic addition skills. We have a course on that. You might want to check that one out first. And then who are your targeted students? And then we can list those out here. Again, we're talking about a fairly broad course here. If I was talking about one of my accounting courses, then I'm either targeting students that are taking the accounting courses, or people that are working in the accounting profession, or business professionals who need help with accounting. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Normally what will happen then is the easiest way to do this, I think, is to actually open up another window and where I already have the outlines, and then I'm going to open up the same course. So here's another different window. I'm going to open up the same course, but here I want to take a look at it in terms of the actual course view, so I can see the outline that I've made. So I'm going to let's go into the course curriculum, and this is kind of like the quickest way you can do this, I think. So, or at least that I have found. So I'm going to go to the preview, and then I'm going to go to view the course as instructor or student, and either should work. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the two, to be quite honest. And then what I'm looking for are these section headings, because the section headings are basically what people are going to learn. Those are I'm grouping out the specific tasks that they're going to learn. So that's where I could say, okay, maybe I'll use those as my building blocks to make this piece. Now, what I like to see is them at the bottom. So I'm going to X out of the course content up here so I can see it down below in the content section. And then I'm going to use this to build out my section. So I'm going to say, all right, there's all my section headings. That's what they're going to learn right there. Broke that out. Let's put this on this side and this on the other side. And then I'm just going to, and hopefully that's not too small, I hope, but let's go through this. So software for online business. So students will learn now you could put like what software is required for an online business, business. I still messed it up. All right, that's okay. But see how that's kind of vague. You kind of, because you're saying what software is required. So a more specific term is is what will students learn to list software that is required. So that is required. So that's an actionable step. And if you're a teacher, you could say, oh, can I test for that? Yeah, I could test for that. Then I'll have a list of these things, and that's an actionable item. It's also useful to just look at how this might be appearing on the, I'm going to choose another Udemy course and just see their landing page and see how this is going to be showing up. So if I was to choose another accounting course like managerial accounting, I'm choosing accounting topics here because that's what I'm used to looking up here. So I'm going to say managerial accounting. And then we have, who is it? What? 3 hours? Okay, whatever. So then I'm going to pick this one, bestseller up here. Let's pick this one, 3.5 hours, managerial accounting. It's going to cover the whole thing. Okay, so then we're going to be then going down and say, this is what it's going to look like. So what you'll learn. So that's going to be the intro. I think that's what those are the bullet points we're filling out here. So what you'll learn, what will students learn? So we got to say the intro is going to be what you'll learn, not what will your students learn in the course. So what you'll learn to list software that is required. So if I spell any of this improperly, hopefully I'll have someone review this for me if possible. But this is the basic outline that I would think about. All right, and then the next one, so I'm going to go back on over and say, all right. The next one, hardware for online businesses. So list hardware requirements for online business. We'll learn to list. We'll learn, let's say how to, so let's say how to, let's spell business right. It's like the third time I misspelled it. All right. And then we've got online business. Students will learn how to create an online business model. So there we go. And now you also want to think about keywords here. So notice I'm kind of emphasizing online business. So that's kind of the key word. So I don't want to be overly, put it in there too much, like so it looks unnatural, because the platform will get mad at you. But you want to put it in there, often as much as you can that would be natural. So website and teaching platform overview for online business. So list and describe website and teaching platforms for an online business. Aha! Spelled it right that time. So then we're going to say podcast. So learn how to list. We'll learn how to create a podcast as part of an online business. I think my fingers just don't like typing that word or something. And then convert video files to other resources to use in online business. Learn how to convert video, let's say MP4 files, to other resources such as text, post, audio, and audio file, or MP3. And I might want to, once I do this, sometimes I'll think, hey, these headers could be better. now that I think about this, maybe I should make this header a little longer and put it into that. But in any case, then I'm going to keep going and say, okay, what's next? Social media platform and email marketing. So how to integrate social media platforms into an online business. Business. And then we'll put this one separately, how to use email marketing in an online business. All right. I just will not put the S in there. Business. All right. And then we have affiliate marketing overview and virtual assistants. Okay, so how to integrate affiliate marketing into an online business. business. Okay, all right then. And then virtual assistant. How to hire a virtual assistant for our online business. Virtual. I think that should be an I. But no, I just don't. I have no idea. Spell check it there. Okay, and then we have PowerPoint software and formatting presentations. How to use PowerPoint and how to format a presentation. Okay, and then branding. How to brand an online business. All right, and then we're going to say are there any now notice that I haven't even really completed the course, so I'm going to have more sections, but this is more than enough to really push forward on. So I might have to go back there if I add more sections and then add more information down here. So are there any course requirements or prerequisites? So I'm going to say for this one, none. And you might be saying, hey, there's stuff that they might need or something like that. But basically, if they have the computer, they can apply a lot of these items. If you have a more specific task like accounting, like math, then you'd probably want some items there. Who are your target students? I'm just going to say anybody who wants to start an online business, business, whether, I'm just going to keep it at that. Maybe I'll come back to this later. So I'm going to keep that as is. I'm going to say save. And so there we have it. So there we have that. Now, I think to actually see these, if you go down to the landing page, down here, then you have the preview option. So let's go to the preview option. And I think this is basically part of the landing page, but they try to break that little piece out. So we'll go back to the landing page later. There, yeah. What you'll learn, how to list software that is required for an online business. So maybe I should just say what you'll learn. How to list software that is required for online business, how to create an online business model, how to create podcast as part of an online business, how to integrate social media platforms, and so on and so forth. All right, none. So there's the none. And who are we targeting? Sure, I'm not exactly sure, but that's how you can preview your information, and then we'll work on next time, continuing on with the course landing page, including our short title and our description, and then thinking about how we can choose our items down here and our main kind of tag that we'll be using for the search optimization of Udemy.